What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Trout Wrangler Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Garrity. That guy looking out the window back there, that is our show's vibe curator, Mr. Maverick. We got a really cool episode today coming up. But before we get into that and this intro, I would like to thank our podcast partners, Afueta Coffee, Free Fly Apparel, Cordina Eyewear, Yeti Coolers, and Loon Outdoors. You probably heard an unfamiliar partnership in that intro. Proud to say we are partnered up with Cordina Eyewear right down the street, about 3 hours in Charleston, South Carolina. They make some fantastic sunglasses, some awesome hats like this one right here. Just all around awesome products, awesome people. Trying to go with some companies that are a little bit more North Carolina, South Carolina local, and couldn't do that without this company being on the list for 2026. So if you guys want to save 10% on any Cordy, or not 10%, if you want to save free shipping on any Cordina product, use Rise Flies CLT. The checkout is Rise_Flies CLT. So it's RYS_FLIES CLT at checkout to earn your free shipping. And excited to get the ball rolling on this partnership and go from there. Pretty psyched. And if you would like to earn a month free of Trout Routes Pro, use the link in the show notes. I will also have the Cordina link in the show notes, so check it out. Looking forward to partnering with Cordina, and thank them for having me on. Now for our podcast, we have Evan from SweetWater Brewing. If you know anything about SweetWater Brewing, they make some freaking fantastic beers. I drink a lot of them responsibly, of course. But just really cool, really good beers. If you've had the Sweetwater 420, you know what I'm talking about. The Dive Beer, the Day Trip IPA. Just some fantastic beers, and they do a lot for conservation. So I wanted to have them on. They got a big festival coming up. You've probably seen it. They got Upfreeze McGee headlining, and a slew of good bands coming to Atlanta, Georgia. So, with all due respect, next up is Evan with SweetWater Brewing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Trout Wrangler Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Garrity. We have a really cool episode coming today. A lot of you people have probably drank a few beers of this company, and I know I have drank way too many beers of this company. I have a habit to do that. But for listeners who may not be familiar with you or your brand yet, give them a quick intro and explanation for a little bit here. Evan.
Yeah, that's great. And no matter how many beers you've had, Ryan, it's okay. I need you to go buy some more. But no, it's great thank you for having me. It's great to be here. My name's Evan Woolard. I am the senior brand manager for SweetWater Brewing Company. We are a craft brewery based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Have a lot of ties with the fishing community, so definitely very interested in the show and everything you have going on. Definitely interested in just speaking about things to do on the water, whether it's fishing, whether it's boating. There's so much that we feel like our beer appeals to, and I'm sure we'll get into. And I have a lineup of adult beverages next to me, so that if I ramble on, I can always replenish my thirst. So hey, I'm ready to go.
It's always a good thing, man. Dude, thank you for coming on as well. I honestly do like the dive beer and the day trip IPA are two of my go-tos.
Great.
Freaking love those.
Those
And
are
then
very different beers. So you have a wide range of beer interests right there between crisp lagers and very hoppy IPAs right there.
dude. Hey, if it's cold and it's tasting good, I'm gonna fucking drink it.
Awesome. All right. We're going to get along great.
So Sweetwater has always kind of had like ties with the outdoors and kind of the fishing community. Where did that come from?
Yeah. Well, it came from because we unearthed this massive giant rainbow trout here right behind me, and that kind of started everything. No, it kind of comes from our history and our roots. So we are a 28-year-old or soon to be 29-year-old craft brewery. And our founders, when they first opened up SweetWater back in 1997, they, the process of taking beer, of making beer and brewing beer and getting it ready for package takes a long time. So in those early days, they had some downtime. And in those early days, our brewery was based on kind of the southwest side of Atlanta. Okay. So we were very close to a tributary of the Chattahoochee River. So the Chattahoochee River is Atlanta's main water source, and we do a lot of work just with the river. It's a great it's everybody in Atlanta cares about what happens to the Chattahoochee River, and even from Atlanta to Alabama to Florida. And I'm totally diverting. Anyway, off of the Chattahoochee River and close to the brewery, there was a water source called SweetWater Creek. So our brewers, just with their downtime, they would grab a couple fishing rods, they would grab a boombox, they would probably grab a couple joints, if I can say that on this podcast. And the guys would go down to SweetWater Creek and cast some lines and have a good time. And kind of what they were doing in 1997 has really set the stage for SweetWater over the next 3 decades and has defined us as a brewery and a brand. So, like, we've had strong outdoors connections since day one, I would say. And we try to perpetuate that. We try to keep that going through partnerships and through just what we do with our staff, what we do with our brand, what we do with our products. And so it's great to be a part of the outdoors and fishing community.
Yeah, so it's been like kind of cool to see you guys kind of like do like the Fly Shop Cut outdoors. I know you guys have like a partnership with them. Those dudes are super cool. And like all the different ones, I know you guys were like a big sponsor for the Braves in 2015.
Yeah,
you guys do the like we are talking about earlier, spring training. But it's just super cool to see how you guys are covering all those bases. Like no pun intended, but
it's good fun.
It's cool. Like I know Jeff from you guys. I think you guys are a big into their bar down there. It's called Barfly down there.
Yeah, down in Florida.
Yeah,
man,
dude.
One of the best ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got. I mean, and that relationship goes back. Before I was here, that relationship goes back years. Our relationship with Kohata Fishing Company, which is a great fly fishing company in Blue Ridge, Georgia, goes back decades. So a lot of these things very much are tie authentically to the brand, tie authentically to kind of the fly fishing and the fishing community and the outdoors community, and that's really the space where we want to live. You brought up Brave Spring Training. Like, we not only care about just the great outdoors, but the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia. I mean, Braves country is a good one. It's more than just the city of downtown Atlanta. I mean, I'm from Georgia, but I've got friends and family from across the Southeast, and Braves country just expands beyond just the city of Atlanta. But we've got great partnerships within the city too. It's a city. We are now the oldest longstanding brewery in the city of Atlanta. So it's a town that has come to embrace us, and we try to embrace them back. And the partnerships with the Braves, partnerships with Atlanta United, Atlanta Track Club, the Georgia Aquarium's another great one.
Oh, I love that.
That relates back to water and fishing and conservation and research. All of these are very much intentional partnerships that we want to be a part of. So they're also very fun to work with. So it works both ways.
Dude, the Georgia Aquarium is so sick. Every time I'm in Atlanta, I gotta go. Like, it is so dang cool.
Yeah, it's massive. It's I think still the largest brewery, the largest aquarium in the world. That shows where my head's at. And the hospitality's great. Their showcase of species is great, but beyond both of those, the work that they do in research and conservation was really what drew us to them. So we actually have here in the state of Georgia, we actually do a collaboration of our OG IPA with them. So our OG IPA is one of the oldest beers. It's the first beer. It's the oldest beer that we have in our current lineup. So it's the second beer that was ever produced out of SweetWater. It ties back to our roots and how we like the styles that we like to brew. And we call it Atlanta's OG IPA because it was really the first IPA in Atlanta. It's the original. It's the OG. And so when we partnered with Georgia Aquarium, we're like, gosh, you guys are one of the staples in Atlanta. Like when people come to Atlanta, like Ryan, they come and they enjoy the aquarium among many other things. So we do a collaboration pack with them, and proceeds from that collaboration pack go back to their research and conservation efforts for water species in Georgia and across the Southeast and across the world. So very cool.
Oh yeah. You guys got a big event coming up. It's 420 Fest, dude. That lineup is sick. Dude, Humphreys McGee's a big one.
We're jumping right into 420 Fest, which is great. Yeah, let's talk about 420 Fest. All right, where do you want to start? Do you want to start at the gate? Do you want to start with the lineup? Do you want to start with the vibe? Direct me.
Let's go with the vibe.
Okay.
Because like one thing, there's like a big crossover between like that jam band scene and fly fishing. As you know, you probably know that, dude. There's like a giant crossover. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like I've listened to Humphreys McGee since I was like 20 years old. So this is you're talking about how was I? So I was a outdoor pursuits guide up in Cashiers, North Carolina, and I had a buddy Michael. And he's like, dude, you should start listening to this band. We're driving down to the river, and we're passing a dab pen back and forth. And,
there we go.
And I was like, dude, this is the greatest music of all time. He's like, Humphreys McGee. He's like, dude, we should go see him in Switzerland. I was like, I don't think I can make that happen. But I was like, anywhere else?
Anything closer?
Yeah, I was like, I can make it happen anywhere closer. I've seen Humphreys McGee like 4 times since we started talking about that. But like, it's cool how that whole crossover is like super cool with the fishing. But
and they're 420 Fest veterans. So one of the things we did a lot this year with 420 Fest, and it's an undertaking, but we've got great partners. We've got a great team that is out there promoting the event, and we've got a great fan base that has. I talk to people. I try to talk to as many people every year at 420 Fest, and there are people who've come for 20 years. So this will be the 21st rendition of 420 Fest, and the people who've been coming years in and years out, there are bands that they have just talked about, like, oh, I remember X year Y bands and the set that they played. And one of those bands is Humphreys McGee. So they are 420 Fest veterans. And like you're saying, like, they're not just jam band legends. They are like full on, like, sonic adventure is how I describe them. So we're super excited. They have 2 sets to kind of open up Friday with us. And part of that is, the festival itself embraces a lot of jam band music, but it's also embracing a lot of diverse types of music. So we've got reggae, we've got funk, we've got some DJ sets, some groove sets. Jam band, though, is one that I think is always fun, because you kind of don't know what type of set you're going to get.
Yeah.
So yeah, very excited about Humphreys, excited about the whole lineup, and just kind of, I could talk about 420 Fest for the whole hour with you live here. I think we're live.
No, we're not live.
We're definitely not live. We're definitely not live. But yeah, I could talk about Humphreys or several of the other aspects of the festival that we're super stoked about, because it's today's Wednesday the 8th, and we go doors open on the 17th, so we're close. Final hurdle.
That's pretty close. But what makes that one different than any other music fest in that Atlanta area?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Because we are a large metropolitan area, an area that definitely embraces the arts, embraces a ton of you got a ton of different options here in kind of one of the metropolitan capitals of the Southeast. I think one of the things, and there's a lot. So one of the things that we do is, I think the timing of this festival being in the springtime is kind of like an unofficial kickoff to springtime. But it's also an unofficial kickoff for a lot of these artists and bands who then go on to tour for the remainder of spring, summer, fall. And if you're a fan that loves going to see Humphreys or Thievery Corporation or Watch House, it's like, okay, now I know that SweetWater 420 Fest kicks off festival season. And then after that, it kind of cascades into all these other festivals throughout the Southeast and throughout the US. So for us, it's like we're kind of the kickoff for a fun season. Springtime is here. Music is back. And I think that's a really big one where people have been pinned up for a whole season and they're ready to go. The other one is, a lot of the work that we do just on the production side of the festival relates back to kind of our mission as a brewery, which relates to conservation and sustainability. So we've really put an emphasis, particularly with 420, our unofficial holiday, and that being our flagship beer, 420 Extra Pale Ale.
Yeah.
And the name of the festival. 420 falls just a couple days shy of Earth Day on April 22nd. So we try to put an emphasis on conservation and sustainability for the festival where we can, because we kind of see that a lot of other festivals don't do that.
Right.
We have this mantra of, we're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. Mother Nature, on the other hand, is here.
Right.
So what we try to do is find partners, find initiatives, and find ways to bring sustainability to the music festival scene. And for us at SweetWater, it's like, okay, we're taking 2 things we really care about. We care about rivers and sustainability. We care about music and having a fucking good time.
Yeah.
Ryan, that's the first F-bomb.
Hey, that's good.
I'm going to drop in the long line of F-bombs.
I dropped one before you.
There we go. So, last year, for instance, we were recognized by, the city and by the county for a number of initiatives that we did. this year we're bringing it back where we've got an awesome recycling program. We're a beer brand. Beer is transported in aluminum cans, and we want to recycle those aluminum cans, right? So we've got recycling programs. We also have, a great relationship with Waterkeeper Alliance.
Yeah.
And if you don't know them, it's kind of like, guess what? You kind of do. So Waterkeeper Alliance is this national affiliation of local river keepers and local chapters, where really they are here to help protect our river systems, whether it's fishing or just clean drinkable water. They've got it covered. I remember a few years ago when I first started at SweetWater, they had brought to my attention just the microplastics in river systems, and now PFAS has become kind of this thing that now tons of people know about. And Waterkeeper Alliance flagged it early on and has been fighting on our behalf and on behalf of species that call rivers their home, fish. Right. Has been fighting on our and their behalf just to kind of mitigate the PFAS levels in river systems. So we are partnering with Waterkeeper Alliance. This is our third year in a row, tying the festival back to Waterkeeper and what they do. And this year, it is for every beer consumed at SweetWater 420 Fest, we're donating back to Waterkeeper Alliance so that they can keep their organization going, so that they can fight the good fight where the beer guys can't. They know what they're doing, and wherever we can help support them, it makes a ton of sense. So when people come to 420 Fest and they drink good beer, they also know that like they're giving back and they're helping to support Waterkeeper where they can.
That's awesome, dude.
So I mean, I think between the timing of the festival, between the sustainability and conservation initiatives behind the festival, there's a few things that kind of differentiate our party from a few other parties down the block.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even know that you guys were giving back to the Waterkeepers. Dude, that is awesome. That is so damn cool.
Yeah, I encourage everybody who cares about the river systems. Again, I mean, we could talk about the Chattahoochee River all day. The notes that I have are all just absorbed from my discussions with Waterkeeper Alliance and our local Waterkeeper, which is the Chattahoochee River Keeper. And this year in particular, like, it's crazy. So what I didn't mention is we've moved, kind of evolved SweetWater 420 Fest over the years. So we're in a new venue this year. That venue is on the west side of Atlanta, called Shirley Clark Franklin Park. And Mayor Shirley Franklin was Atlanta's mayor several years ago, and she fought the fight to get Atlantans clean drinking water. Before that, the sewage systems, everything in Atlanta was just kind of dated for a city unprepared to be the southeastern metropolis that it evolved into.
Right.
So Mayor Shirley Clark Franklin Park's the park on the west side is relatively new. It was constructed within the last several years and was formerly an old rock quarry that now has become SweetWater's has become Atlanta's 30-day water drinking supply. So there's a lot of tie-ins between our brand, between the city of Atlanta, between water, the right to clean water, and what Waterkeeper Alliance does, what the Chattahoochee River Keeper does. There's so many threads that kind of tie together at this one moment in this one place that we are super excited for people to discover with us. And of course, drink a ton of beers, listen to some great music.
Hell yeah.
Ryan's going to be out there just jamming his head off to Umphreys McGee for 2 sets. So it'll be a great time.
Hell yeah, dude. Like a lot of people don't realize how good of a fishery like the entire Chattahoochee River is, like upper to
Yeah,
lower. Like you could go up to the higher elevation parts of Chattahoochee and you have really good
yeah,
trout fishing, and then you can come down towards the lower elevation. You catch some really nice striper on that river, and then you got the red eye bass and stuff like that. It's that dude. That's just like a super cool fishery.
yeah. I think it's one of the southernmost trout streams in the continental U.S.
Oh yeah.
Where so like it's kind of your last stop when you get in the southeast, where you can find just trout species, and um, hopefully you can find more trout on our cans of beer. And if you swing by Sweetwater Brewery, you can definitely find this guy
Find
right
them
behind me.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
like, that's a lot of people. Like I've fished a lot of North Georgia when I lived in Cashiers, and
hmm,
dude, like a lot of people sleep on North Georgia, like the wild
it's
water
great.
fisheries, like up there. My parents go to Helen every year.
Yeah, yeah,
Hell,
yeah.
what do y'all call it? Hell in Georgia.
Helen, yeah, Helen. If you're there in the fall, then you know Oktoberfest is happening.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's a fun time.
oh yeah.
And we've got great partner. You mentioned Cohutta Fishing Company, so they've been a partner for us for decades. And those dudes know the rivers. They know, the time of year. They know exactly where to launch, and they're a great partner with us. Where we're here to make beer. We're here to help create a good time. But when it comes to fishing, there are guides and fishing companies all throughout Georgia. Helen, Blue Ridge, kind of the North Georgia area, all the way down to Atlanta. That they definitely know what they're getting into, no matter the time of year.
Oh yeah. Dude, like that's what's different about those guys, man. Like they can go up, it could be raining in 20 degrees, and those
Yeah,
dudes at Cahut are
yeah,
still gonna go up there and put
yeah.
you on fish.
And they're
Like
like, no, this is the best day of the month to go out there. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
sure,
sounds good.
fine.
It
Yeah,
might be 20 degrees and raining, but you know what? We're going
yeah.
to make the best of it. And I think that's something that, like, you got to have a keen eye for that stuff, man. Like, there have been days, like, especially where, like, I'll take people, like, I took a kid who's a YouTuber a couple summers ago. He was like, hey, I want to shoot some content. Can you bring me up to the mountains and fish? I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Didn't look at USGS or anything like that. My mistake. River was high in red. And
Yeah,
I looked,
not a lot of bites.
dude, this is gonna be tough. I was like, we'll probably catch a couple, but it's gonna be tough. Dude, it was the worst day of fishing I've ever had in like the last 3 years, dude. Terrible. I
Lesson
felt so bad.
lesson learned.
Oh
That's all
yeah.
right.
But like those
That's all right.
guys, man, like any given day,
Yeah,
they'll be like, I know where we can go. So
yeah, yeah. They're great to work with. They're a great partner. They will also be at Sweetwater 420 Fest. We got them set up to do some line casting and kind of showcase some of their abilities, even though they won't be on the water. They will be at a music festival. It'll be a good time having a party with those guys.
oh yeah, dude. Their stuff, like, dude, that marketing that they do with the Grateful Dead logo and stuff like that, dude. It's
Grateful
just
Dead. Got
anything
Drew's
like that.
Clues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Anything like that's just gonna do well because it's like
yeah,
we were talking about earlier. I just actually got Steely stickers made that I just got my new
yeah.
batch in. I had some with my
Nice.
old logo on it, and then I changed it over. I just got them in. I'll send y'all a couple.
Yeah, yeah. Send them down. Yeah, and then like that, what they do, you walk into their store in Blue Ridge, or you check out their website. Like, it just feels so cohesive with Sweetwater and the brand we want to be, and the people who drink our products on the water or not on the water. But it's definitely like you can tell the vibes have just so much in common,
Yeah.
that it's like it's easy to work with them. It's easy to see an authentic through line with them. And when you talk about just the drinking occasion of, hey, we're going fishing, we're going to be on the boat, we're going to be on the river, we might be there a couple hours, we might be there all day. Like those are the occasions we want to appeal to as a beer brand. So
Yeah, dude, like that's the thing, dude. 9 times out of 10, like when I'm up there, I do like a lot of sleeping in my truck throwing a lawn chair in the back, and it's like stopping on the
Not me.
way up to grab like a case of beer, because when I get off the river, it's like I'm gonna sit there, have myself a fire, and drink
Yeah.
beers. I get thirsty, and it's like 9 times out of 10 when I'm camping and I'm not driving anywhere, I'll have like a 6-pack in my backpack.
Excellent.
But like that's just kind of like
Got to be a 6-pack of SweetWater, I hope.
yeah, the day beer
Ryan.
usually. There's the dive
Excellent.
beer
Good.
usually.
Good.
Like yeah, I love that dive beer, and then 420 is awesome too.
Yeah. 420's been around for 28 years, 38 years, 28 years, and it's a great beer that just still appeals to so many people because it's craft, but it's an approachable craft that still has a lot of flavor. And you brought up dive beer, and dive beer it's a new one for us. It's a lager. It's an easy drinking lager. So a lot of people have this kind of this mantra about craft beer and like, oh, it's going to be too hoppy. But with dive beer, we just wanted something super easy drinking, low ABV, crisp, crushable, and that's essentially where we went with the dive beer lager. So very happy. Hey, you mentioned two brands very close to my heart, so you can't go wrong either way.
Dude, the thing that I do with them, dude, have you ever seen where people take like tahini, lime juice, and they make a trash can out of it, dude? I do that a lot. If I'm like really hanging out and slugging them, then I want
dive beer is a good beer to do that with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it's perfect. It's like I want to change it up a little bit. It's like I'm a few in. I'm like, I want to taste like a little bit of sting to it. Make a trash can, dude. It's fantastic.
Make things different.
Yeah.
Get ready for the party. I love it.
Oh yeah, dude. But what kinds of like environmental? I think we already talked about that. Yeah, we already talked about that. You hit that really good.
I'm going through all of the one-hitter questions.
But
keep them coming.
A lot of anglers, hikers, and outdoor folks seem to gravitate towards it. SweetWater. It's like it resonates. Like we've always been we've been talking for a while. Like it resonates strongly with this community. Like besides the fact that there's like a massive rainbow trout on the cans and stuff like that, you think there's another reason why it resonates with us outdoorsmen so much?
Yeah, I think there's probably a couple things, and those things, like they aren't easy buttons. They take a long time. They take years to develop, years to message, and years to kind of to think through in the eyes of the angler or the hiker or anybody who's just outside enjoying the outdoors. I think one is, we really try to position ourselves beyond just like we have the rainbow trout. We call him Fletcher, by the way.
That's pretty cool.
Don't know if you know that Fletcher, the rainbow trout. Beyond just, there's a fish on the can. I think the biggest thing is we try to develop a beer in a style or styles that kind of fit different occasions that meet the outdoors. So, we drinking a beer in the pub is absolutely awesome, barely unmatched. But when there's something about having a beer when you're hiking, having a beer when you've reached the summit, having a beer when you're on the water, having a beer when you're on the coast in the boats, casting a line with your best friend right next to you, or cashing in a sick day. Those are the occasions that like I and the brewers and SweetWater, like we want to own, right? And to own those, you have to have the right beer for those occasions. So, some of those occasions and some of those folks, they might want an easy drinking lager. Some might want an IPA that it has a little bit more flavor, hoppy, something that they can kind of sip on for a larger period of time. or even 420, where it's like, hey, I'm kind of graduating from, entry to craft beer. I want something with flavor but still super drinkable. And what we pride ourselves on is a range of those beers that deliver for all of those consumers in all of those occasions. So I really think it comes down to what the guys in the brew house are able to whip up. They've delivered a range of, recipes and pints that are delicious for a broad range of folks who are engaging in all of those occasions and want that diverse portfolio, I guess. So I think it really starts with the talent that we have in the brew house, and then kind of bringing that to giving it the Sweetwater swizzle, making it appeal and messaging it in a way that does appeal to folks who do want to be on the water and do want to be kind of ready for a good time.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that feeling of when you get done fishing or you're sitting at lunch and you're like, you know what, a beer would taste pretty good right now, and you crack that thing. It's like, oh, I could have 8 of these right now, and it's like if I'm not driving, I might have 8 of them.
Yeah, I'm surprised you wait until you're done fishing, because I definitely do not. So.
No, I don't either.
Kudos
9 times out of 10, I don't. The only time I do is if I'm driving back. It's like a day trip. If I'm staying over, I'm drinking the entire time once noontime hits.
Yeah, here we go.
Sometimes I don't.
You're my target demo.
Oh yeah, dude. But are there any beers that were directly inspired by the outdoors or conservation efforts?
Man, we've got several going back through the archives. So we've had beers in the last several years that have been collaborations with Waterkeeper Alliance. We did a taproom beer last year with Casting for Recovery, which is national organization dedicated to supporting women with breast cancer and getting them into fly fishing. So we did a beer with them called Real Strength last fall in our tap room, and really blew that out. It was an awesome event, awesome beer. We've done several through the years. We've done beers called Guide Beer was a huge lager hit that kind of celebrated river guides, fishing guides, coastal guides. And now one that we're kind of hoping that kind of resonates with that same river-esque audience. We've got a great beer coming up in the next couple weeks that I'm going to leave it teased. I'm not going to say the name of it because we've yet to announce it, but we've got a new beer. It will be a lager style. It will be dedicated to just kind of being back out on the coast, being out in coastal waters, living kind of that vibe. And we have a great collaborative partner helping to bring that beer to life. And what we're going to do with that beer is we'll activate several local initiatives, river cleanups, beach cleanups. So we've got one coming. We've got one a little early. Just right now we're focused on 420 Fest, but then right after that we get into the summer season. And we're excited to see what this next beer can do as kind of a refreshing lager style.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. I will be on the lookout for that.
Very teasy without saying the name or style of that beer. I'm sorry to do it. But it's kind of just a wait and you'll see.
Dude, so my last big question of every podcast is so as you know, I have a running Spotify playlist where all my guests give 5 songs and I give 5 songs.
Cool.
I can go we can go one for one, or we can just go and list them 1 through 5.
Um,
Mine's all
so
over the place today.
I told you before we started recording, this was the question I spent the longest on because I had to like do the whole like a beautiful mind sort of matrix of possibilities of a playlist. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm the guest. I'll go first. So I've got a few. They are very much curated around our Sweetwater 420 Fest this year. But also I think I try to think through like if I'm seeing the lens while I'm on the water. So I wanted to start out in the 5-song playlist. It's called Going for Good by Humphreys McGee.
Great song.
It is from the Reel to Reel playlist and or Reel to Reel album. And that album, of course, the reel is from like the video reel. But I was thinking through, it's a baller song, and we've talked about how like when you think of Humphreys, like Jam doesn't even begin to cover it, right?
Not at all.
But there was something about that song that I thought of right off the bat, and I was like, okay, that's got to be on the playlist. So, Going for Good, Humphreys McGee.
Perfect. My first one, I had to click into the playlist here. Dude, I was all over the place today. Let's see. My first one was Make Your Own Kind of Music, Cass Elliot.
Okay.
Which is you've probably heard the song.
Yeah.
That's a great song. What's your second?
Cass Elliot. I'm writing this down. I know this is going to be on the playlist, but I'm taking notes.
Heck yeah, dude.
I work 24/7. Okay. So I've got to do a plug. So go Humphreys McGee opening up. There are headliners Friday night, Sweetwater 420 Fest. But I felt like there is, when you're out on the water, you haven't quite cast your lines yet. You're probably still, trying to get to your spot, trying to get to your honey hole. And I was channeling that energy, and Thievery Corporation came to mind. And they headline Saturday night, Sweetwater 420 Fest. And one of the songs I really love that I think is going to fit the vibe is All That We Perceive. So it's very groove oriented. It's got this like smoky style. For me, for Sweetwater, it's got this 420 vibe that I think you'll hear very quickly when you turn that one on. But I think that's a definite number 2 for the playlist.
I like that. I like the sound of that. My second one was Hellbender by Billy Strings.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
I love Billy Strings.
Yeah. 420 Fest veteran. And he's got a lot of big fans here at the brewery, and he knows the Sweetwater vibe. He knows the 420 Fest vibe. Hellbender's awesome choice.
Oh yeah, I love that.
No qualms.
It's one of those things like the Hellbender. You guys don't have benders in Georgia, do you?
Not yet.
Nah, the Hellbender in North Carolina, a lot of people thought they got decimated by the hurricane.
Yeah.
And it's a giant lizard, dude. Like it literally, like you see like a red-eared gink kind of lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it is literally like blow it up. It is a massive lizard that runs in the water of Western North Carolina. It's like crazy.
Yeah. Never mind. I said bring them on down, and you can just keep them where you're at.
Yeah, dude, they're crazy. Look up a picture of them when you get off here, dude. They're wild.
Can we link from the podcast a picture to?
Yes. Let's see.
The scariest looking Hellbender.
Let's see if I can do it.
And then Photoshop like somebody's face on it.
I might be able to do that right here. I'll show you a picture one. Hold
There we go.
Let's see. Screen.
I think that's a lizard, dude. I think that's a amphibian.
Yeah, dude, that thing is huge. That's a massive
Yeah.
lizard.
Yeah.
Hold on. For everybody that doesn't know what a hellbender salamander is, hellbender. Here it is. Look at this thing, dude. These things are so sick to see in the water too. Like, absolutely insane. Right there.
All right. So
Dude,
how many feet long?
Dude, they can get up to like 4 feet. I think they are massive, dude. They are so big, it's not even funny. I've seen some big ones. I've seen some big ones in the Davidson River up here, but dude, it's been a minute since I've seen one in the Davidson. I think the Davidson was hit pretty hard, and a lot of them got pushed out, sadly. But yeah,
I've not seen one here in Metro Atlanta. I will be on the lookout.
That'd be crazy.
One, rolling from Billy Strings, we're gonna stay in kind of a bluegrass type of vibe. So I've got Watch House singing Old Ties and Companions. And I thought ties, fly ties, but I also thought, where fishing and where having beers kind of intersect is we bring people together. You have your fishing bud, you have your beer bud. And Old Ties and Companions by Watch House just seemed like a really good vibe to keep going on for that day on the water.
Oh yeah, dude. That whole the Watch House is good. I listened to a ton of that bluegrass. I'm actually going to see Clay Street Unit in September. But
there we go.
My next one is Hollywood Nights, Bob Seger.
Okay. Shoot, we're throwing it back.
Bob Seger guy. Big Bob Seger guy.
All right. Bob Seger. I'll double underline that. All right. So I've got one that does not fit in the genre we've been going down, but kind of bringing it back to you're trying to get to where you're going. Maybe you need something to ignite you. Maybe you need some sort of shoulder shimmy because the fish ain't biting. So I came up with Old 45 Chromeo. They are this electro funk, I would say, heroes. And I think a good addition to the playlist, bringing a different vibe, changing the energy. Maybe your spirits are down and you listen to this and you're like, okay, I'm back. Let's keep going. Let's find a bite. Cast another line.
I like that one. That's what you do. Like, everybody has that one song that it's like, all right, I need to lock the hell in and put some in the fucking boat. But my next one, Operator by Jim Croce. I don't know. I heard that song on my way home today. I was like, I forgot about that song.
Write that down. All right. So we each get one apiece left.
Yep. We got one apiece left.
Okay, so last few ones that I've done were all like they're gonna blow the doors off at SweetWater 420 Fest. This last one that I have is an artist who's been at SweetWater 420 Fest for 2 years, but also came to our anniversary party. And that artist is Andy Frasco and the UN. And the song that I picked out is called Dancing Around My Grave because it's all about our time is short. We should be here for a good time, not a long time, which goes back to kind of everything I was talking about in terms of our conservation efforts and how we want to throw a party, but do it sustainably and support Mother Earth. Dancing Around My Grave is it's also like on my running playlist. It's high energy, something you can finish the night out with, and then kind of culminate and have a good time.
Dude, I'm gonna have to listen to that one. I'm gonna
Oh
have to
yeah,
listen
go
to that
listen
one.
to that one right now. It's you'll get what I'm talking about. It is no brakes and all gas.
Oh wow, I heard the first one and I like it. I might get copyrighted. Stop it there. But dude, my last one, Georgia Legends, specifically
Yeah,
Athens Georgia Legends. I got Tackle Box Hero, Widespread Panic.
there we go. Love it for so many reasons. Tackle box, fishing, Athens, widespread, which has been at 420 Fest before.
I love
Um,
Widespread.
yeah, that's a great addition.
Dude, yeah, I love Widespread Panic, dude. That's like I I turn on so I work at a golf course and I'll get on a mower and I'll turn on like a Widespread Panic live show and just go. I'll
You're
listen to the
cruising.
whole live
Yeah,
show through. But
that's great.
yeah, man, but
That's the vibe.
that's all I got for you today. You want to give any thanks and plugs and
Let me
anything like
plug.
that?
I'll plug Sweetwater 420 Fest. So we've got a great show, great lineup. I mentioned some of the awesome headliners between Humphreys McGee and Thievery Corporation, Chromeo, Watch House. It's going to be a great time. Again, proceeds from the beers go to Waterkeeper Alliance. So come out. We are April 17th, April 18th. So 2 nights partying at Shirley Clark Franklin Park on the west side of Atlanta. First time. So there's a lot of discovery to be had between the artists, between the location, between the beers. And we're ready. We're 1 week out and we are ready to throw a party and have a great time. And we hope to see you there.
Heck yeah, man. I might actually swing by on my way home.
Do it.
I gotta be in Jacksonville. I'll swing by on my way home or my way there. And
Let's get you to the party. Let's do it.
sounds good, man. I'm gonna click stop right here, and we're gonna have to let some tracks upload. Damn, I don't know. What's up, guys? That was Evan with SweetWater Brewing. Really cool episode. Check out that 420 Fest. That is going to be a time. Humphreys McGee is a freaking amazing band. If you haven't heard of them, I heavily suggest you go listen to them. Also those other bands, fantastic bands, bluegrass. Everybody knows I love bluegrass, but shout out to Evan for coming on. Some awesome songs in the Afuera Coffee Spotify playlist challenge. Really cool episode. And if you want free shipping on your Cordina eyewear orders and a free month of Trout Routes Pro, check the show notes. And if you do so, or if you are so inclined to leave a review on Apple Music or subscribe to the YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And have a great rest of your day. See y'all Friday.